All right. Poodle asks, "Hi, I started studying in January and have taken 2 PTs so far. I scored a 162 on the first and a 167 on the second. I'm hoping for a score in the mid 170s. Would it be worth taking the April LSAT? I will take more PTs by then, I promise. Even if it's not realistic for me to get to a point where I'm consistently around my target score by then, should I still take it so I have experience with test days before June? I should also add that I'm most likely going to apply to law school in 2027. What year is it? Oh, okay. For entrance in fall 2028. I was just
Oh,
hoping
you
to
got
finish the LSAT
time.
before I start my full-time. Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, wait, that's a long,
No, it's
long
really
time.
long. Yeah, because like they're trying to say like apply by next fall, like not
Two
even like this coming fall, the
2 years. They
following
wanna
one.
start 2 years, 2 falls from now.
Okay, wait. So on the count of three, should we say our answer to
Well,
whether or
hold
not
on, I
they
haven't
should take
finished
the?
it. I haven't
Oh, okay.
finished. I was just hoping to finish the LSAT before I start my full-time in July, but I do recognize that I have plenty of time to take the test. Sorry if this is a silly post. It's not a silly post, and even if it
No, not
was, that's
silly.
fine. Silly posts are welcome, but
Never
it's not.
apologize. We love silly.
Yeah. Um, okay. W If we say 1, 2, 3, I don't even know there's, like, 3
Are we
questions
gonna
in.
say the same answer? Well, the question is,
Well, I have
should we
no
take April?
oh, sure, okay. I already know what your answer is. 1, 2,
Okay,
3, no.
ready? One, two, three. No.
No.
Are you gonna say
Yeah.
yeah? Okay, good.
No, I
Thank
said
goodness.
no. Um, yeah, I don't think you should. Um, I mean, here's the thing. If somehow you're PTing, so she got a 167. Actually, I don't know if they got a 167, hoping to score in the mid. It's Poodle. I have no idea. I don't know.
Poodle is
I don't know
unknown.
who
I
Poodle
love the
is.
name Poodle.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping for a score in the mid 170s. So couple things. One, started studying in mid-January. I'm guessing not through the core curriculum right now. So my suggestion would be to do that before you dive into the PTs. That's what we recommend. Finish that core curriculum and then start PTing once a week. Already 160 at a 167, which is great. That's great news. You're there before you finish, I would guess, before you finish the core curriculum. So like mid 170s, totally. Like, yeah, that's possible. However, I mean, if you have the time to study for it, it doesn't matter that you're planning on applying in 2 years. Like, if you can put the time in, honestly, it's less about April to me. I mean, April, it's just they're probably not gonna get there by April. That's the only issue. Also, like, they're on this really extended timeline, but their goal is to finish before the full-time job in July. So I'm like, just take it in June.
Right. Yeah, and I see that I kind of had a similar mindset when I was studying too of like, well, wait, like maybe I should get some experience taking the real test. Don't listen to what I did when I was studying. Um, but I when I was like I was like, oh yeah, maybe like taking the real test, it feels different or it is a different test than these PTs. And so there's some sort of special magic to like taking the actual test. There really genuinely isn't. I think that, yeah, it probably feels like there's more pressure. It feels a little bit more official, but you can give yourself a PT day where you kind of set things up like it's more official. If you're going to go to a testing center, do it in a library. I don't know, like just
Well,
create the
you have to
conditions
now
so
if
your
you're
brain.
taking it.
Oh yeah, sure, you have to at this. Well, by
Not for
August.
them.
August is when
By
they're changing
August,
it,
I know,
right?
I'm just
So if you
saying,
try to get
yes.
this done before August, up to you if you want to take it online or at home. But anyways, like just set up your study space, take a more official PT. That's going to be a great replica of what the actual test is like. And like, I'll tell you right now that April test is going to be just a very expensive PT, essentially. Like, I don't want you to give up after April. Now, if you're able to get into the score range that you want by then, awesome, more power to you. But just like aggregate data shows us that that is not necessarily the case. And don't worry, I didn't actually like run the numbers. I don't have all this data, but it's just like
Don't worry, when I say
time and time
aggregate data, I
again.
don't mean that.
Don't worry, I do not I don't have data that I can look at, but I do have all of these experiences in
There
my
is
head and
data that
countless
shows it.
students that we've
It is
worked
not
with. There is.
in front of us right now, but data does show for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
It just takes a little bit more time, especially and I think that, like, at that point, you're like, "Oh, sweet, it's only what is it, 8 more points to get, like, mid-170s?" But those are 8 tough points to get. Like, I think getting into the 170s from the 160s is a lot, harder of a jump than it might seem when you're first studying, and as you keep doing more practice tests, you'll realize that as well. And also, you're gonna probably have some, variance or, like, maybe you'll hit a plateau, maybe you'll see some dips in your scores at some point. That is so normal, like, happens to the best of us, and it's just part of the journey studying for the
Yeah, I
test,
think
so
that, like, honestly, Poodle, you're doing like, if you can get this done before July, like, that is doable. I mean, it's an ambitious timeline only in that you're not planning on applying for 2 years, but it's still, like, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Getting it done, like, it'll still be good at that time, so, like, makes sense to do it before your full-time job. Just don't depend on anything happening in April, and also, I would say finish the core curriculum before you jump into PTs. Yeah, the question of whether to take the sort of, like, test when you're not ready, I mean, I've said this before, like, my philosophy is no, but, like, I've learned already that, like, people don't listen to that. People really feel like they need to take the test, and so I think what Bailey said is right, which is just like, "Okay, it's gonna be an expensive practice test." It's a question of just, are you willing to spend, that money to just take a practice test? And if it's worth it to you, and also with the knowledge that, like, listen, you could do, whatever. You could do very poorly. Again, the top score is what matters the most, but you don't. All things being equal, you don't want to really do extremely poorly. You can always do score preview. You can cancel the score. That costs more money. It's really a financial decision, more than anything. So it's my recommendation is don't do it. But if you really want to just get the experience, then it's a question of whether you feel like it's worth the money.
yeah,
Thanks for the
agreed,
question,
but
Poodle. You're doing all the right thing. Well, you're doing a lot of good things.
do we know everything that Poodle is doing? We don't know, but it's looking like it's
No.
good so far.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.